We are so grateful. Thank God for how far He's brought us. It is the sports updates right here on your favorite, Simply the Best Radio. My name is Jones Aji, bringing you all the latest happenings in the world of sports. And of course, as usual, as it is, as the moment permits, it is the Olympics, and it will bring you all the updates from the Olympics. And then some bad news coming in from the camp of Nigeria. Sad one. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. We would bring, of course, I'll bring you news from the Olympics, and then we'll also talk about Accra of Folk. Yes, they are in the news for the good reasons, and we'll get to listen to board chairman Togbe Apede, who has been speaking. Yes, we'll get to listen to him, who yesterday they actually had a tour of their new commercial center. We'll get to listen to Togbe Apede, and then yesterday in the Olympics, Ghana, we had our turn finally to take a bite. We took a bite of the Olympic cake. This one is not national cake; it's the Olympic cake, and then we had our first bite, and it was a bit sore. You know, it wasn't too sweet, it wasn't too bad, but we couldn't progress. We'll get to listen to the young man who at least waved the flag of Ghana in there yesterday. And then, as usual, we'll also bring you some transfer news. So, we also live on Facebook. Don't forget, you can join us on Facebook at star 103.5 FM, and the show is live on Facebook as well. So, let me just take you straight to the Accra Hearts of Folk. And in a short but colorful ceremony yesterday, which was hugely patronized by the media and fans alike, Mrs. Emilia Ahaji, the director of the Rema Alma construction firm, officially handed over the Phobia House, yes, to the executive board chairman of the club, Togbe Afede. The project manager, Mr. Lord Ishan, led the Hearts board to inspect the newly constructed office building. The Hearts executive board chairman, Togbe Afede, expressed utmost satisfaction at the level of work done by the contractors, which made it possible for the project to be completed on time. So if you are joining us on Facebook, you can join us on Facebook to look at yesterday's ceremony and the beautiful building that has been put together by Accra Suffolk. It's going to be called the Phobia House, and then yesterday was handed over and there was a tour of the facility. So Togbe Apede praised the construction firm for their professional services, and he also actually thanked the fans and then assured them, quite a lengthy one, but worth listening to. Let's get to listen to Togbe Apede, who was actually speaking right after the handing over ceremony by the contractors.
Very much our fans who have supported us and who have been a great source of inspiration. Indeed, all the stakeholders of Accra Suffolk, including even the FA, all been a great inspiration and support. Special thanks, of course, to the board and the management for the hard work, the tireless commitment to the cause of Hearts of Oak. As I've always said, we have a vision to build a club that assumes preeminence in African football, while serving the community, while impacting the community, whilst making a difference in the lives of our people. We acknowledge that we cannot do that unless we invest in infrastructure. And this is a demonstration of our commitment to building a solid infrastructure base for Accra Suffolk. Sooner than later, we'll be commissioning this place, and soon after we'll be commissioning the Pugman Academy as well. The two together, solid demonstration of our commitment to building a preeminent club in Africa. Of course, we have secretariat that the secretariat that will continue to function. What we have today will remain our commercial center. Again, a demonstration of our commitment to ensuring that we exploit as much as possible the commercial value of the brand that we are building. We know that it doesn't take only infrastructure, but we need solid management. We continue to work at it. We need solid technical team we continue to work at that as well. We need solid group of players. We're working at it. We want to assure our fans that.
All right, so that was Togbe Apede speaking yesterday at the handing over ceremony of the Phobia House. And then the house, we understand that floors of portions of the office building would be rented out to interested organizations. The other floors will be used as the club's museum and tourist center and executive offices, which will represent the club's headquarters. Charlie, across the folk. I mean, we also heard Togbe speaking not just about infrastructure. He believes that they need a solid technical team, they need solid players, they need solid administration, and then he's going to look, make sure that they would actually provide that for Accra folks. So I believe that Hearts fans, something for you to smile about, and hopefully things will work out for you people. Well, shall we? Yes. Let's go to the Olympics, where Ghana's Harry Stacey finished 7th in the men's 100 meters freestyle event at the Olympics. The debutant clocked a time of 51.12 seconds in heat 4 of lane 6 of the round, which was not enough to secure a slot in the semi-finals. Now, the time is below his personal best of 50.57 seconds achieved at the Africa Aquatics Swimming Championship, but of course, it is a national record. His outing was Ghana's first at the ongoing games in Paris. Next up for Ghana is Yosel Mensah, who will participate in swimming as well. And this time around, 50 meters freestyle swimming on the 3rd of August. That should be on Friday, hopefully, yeah. And yes, Harry, well, speaking after the heat. So Harry couldn't actually qualify for the semi-finals, but then he made Ghana proud, at least. He came 7th in his heat, and he couldn't actually meet the time. He missed out on the time by just some few seconds. But Charlie, trust me, the Olympics, a few seconds crowd, and he goes against. So let's get to listen to Harry Stacey speaking right after the event.
It was good. I mean, like, just the crowd was amazing. Just seeing my family in the crowd as well, seeing the Ghana people coming to support me. I heard them all cheering. So I'm really grateful for the support. As for my swim, it wasn't my best. Normally I'm first to 15 meters or second, and then also first to the turn. And this time around, I think I was around 4th. So my first 50 wasn't my best. But the second 50 coming back, I did what I normally do. So I'm not too mad at the performance, but it wasn't my best showing. So building blocks for the future, for sure. Yeah, there's been just learning experience after learning experience. Definitely, yeah, building blocks for the future. Hoping to come back for the next Olympics. And I've learned a lot already. So yeah, just looking forward to these next 4 years, train hard. I knew a couple of people in my heat, and it was fun racing them. And yeah, just a good overall experience.
Yeah,
I'm happy with
great.
it. The road to get to these Olympics has been extremely difficult. I mean, like, there's just challenge after challenge after challenge. So my mum, she knows what I've been through. And it's a proud moment for me to be able to see everyone there in the crowd cheering me on and just be able to experience it all. So yeah, hoping to come back for Ghana, get some more medals, and definitely improve.
That was Harry Stacey speaking there right after his event. Actually couldn't make it, but then Charlie, we still believe in him. Congratulations to him. He's made history, national record. It's not an easy thing. Yeah. To some stories, be brave, be bold, and trust me, the Olympics would always bring you interesting stories. Let's start from a very interesting one where Zheng Ziying, who was born in China, has made her Olympics debut at 58 years. Yes, so don't be discouraged. At 58 years, Zheng Ziying, who was born in China, made her Olympic debut for Chile after an incredible journey. At age 18, she was expected to go to the Olympics for China as one of the best players in the world. But then table tennis changed out the two-sided paddles, and her game was thrown off. Zheng never made the team and became incredibly frustrated with the sport, leading her to retirement from the game as a player at 20 years old. Shortly after, she moved to Chile and then coached various table tennis teams And then in 2000, she decided to get a real job and step away from the game. She didn't play for 20 years until COVID hit. She bought a table and started playing again. Zheng made it a goal to make the 2024 Olympics representing Chile, and at age 58, she did it. What an inspiration. See, 58 years at the Olympics, she never gave up on a dream. You don't have a reason to actually give up. Go out there. If this woman who actually was born in China and then she got frustrated, things didn't go in her favor. After several years, 58 years, and then she still made it to the Olympics and then made her debut at the Olympics, then you can also actually do something. All right, to a news that is not too good. Nigerian athlete Favor Ofili has announced on her social media pages that she will not run in the 100 meters heats at the Olympics because the Athletics Federation of Nigeria failed to register her for the competition. Favor met all the qualification standards and times needed to be at the Olympics. I just cannot believe this. So this is her quote. Let me just quote her tweet. Please remember, in the last Olympic Games, I was not able to compete because AFN, NADC, and then NOC, the Nigeria Olympic Committee, failed to release funds for athletes to be tested, which made 14 Nigerian athletes that qualified to not compete. Now this. Then she continued that it is with great regret that I have just been told I will not be competing in the 100 meters at the Olympic Games. I qualified, but those with the AFN, and that's the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, and then the NOC, the Nigerian Olympic Committee, failed to enter me. I have worked for 4 years to earn this opportunity. For what? 4 years, training for 4 years, qualified. She beat the times. You know, there are qualification times that you need to beat to qualify for the Olympics. She did that brilliantly. So she did her part. All the Nigerian Olympic Committee needed to do was just make sure that we officially register her, the procedure, smooth procedure, because they've been doing it for a very long time now. So they should know what to do and what not to do. And they failed to register Favor Ofili. And for her, she actually was still training. She was still training that, Afa, I'm going to run. And she's in France. And now she has to come back to Nigeria. Ojugu, bye-bye. It's sad. A sad one for our Nigerian brothers. Well, thankfully, it didn't happen in Ghana. Like you people go here. So, still on the Olympics, and let's get to some football, where men's football quarterfinals have actually been set. So, France would be taking on Argentina. Egypt, yes, they've also made, congratulations to Egypt. They've made it to the quarterfinals of the men's football as part of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And Morocco as well, making Africa proud. So Egypt would take on Paraguay, Morocco would play USA, Japan would take on Spain, and then the host nation, France, are going to take on Argentina. Trust me, that game is going to be a cracker. A repeat of the last World Cup final in there. And still on the Olympics, guess what? Bill Gates yesterday, Serena Williams, Gianni Infantino, of course, of football fame, the FIFA president, and then Spike Lee were all at the gymnastic or arena or dome to actually watch Simone Biles yesterday there. Charlie, and it's gold for her and the USA in the gymnastics team final. So a 5th Olympic gold medal for Biles, and she's actually the greatest of all time. Yes, that's what people are saying. Congratulations to her. 5 Olympic gold medals. First Olympic gold since Rio 2016. And then the oldest female Olympic champion in any gymnastic event since 1964. And then guess what? She also pulled a crowd. Bill Gates, Serena Williams, Gianni Infantino, and then Spike Lee. It shows you that gymnastics It's not an easy game at all. So probably tomorrow I'll tell you about what gymnastics is all about. And don't forget, today I would end the show probably with transfers, then give you what fencing. Yes, we'll talk about fencing. But then still on the Olympics, Rafael Nadal and then Alcaraz, they win again. And then they've actually been given this name, Nadal Caraz. So Nadal Caraz, yes, both of them in the tennis doubles. The Spanish superstars came through a tiebreaker decider against the Netherlands to progress to the quarterfinals of the men's double at Paris 2024. And still on tennis in the Olympics, the show goes on as Andy Murray and then Dan Evans saved just the 2 match points this time to make it through to the quarterfinals of the men's double. And let's talk about gold. Yeah, so yesterday there was gold for Daniel Wyfin. He secures an Olympic record in the 800 meters freestyle final and is the first athlete from Northern Ireland to win Olympic gold since 1988 there in swimming. So congratulations to Daniel Wyfin from Northern Ireland for winning the 800 meters freestyle event in swimming yesterday. And well, there were a lot of games. There's handball, there's basketball, and interesting ones coming in there. But then, let me actually bring you how the table is actually looking like. Cause as I always say, the table changes after every 1 hour. But then at the end of yesterday, this is how the medal table actually looks like. So Japan, they have 7 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and then 4 bronze medals, making a total of 13 medals. China have 6 gold medals, 6 silver, and then 2 bronze medals, a total of 14. Australia 6 gold, 4 bronze, 4 silver, 1 bronze, 11 medals in total. And then France, they of course have 5 gold medals, 9 silver medals, 4 bronze, 18 in total. South Korea are in there, 5, 3, 3, making 11 medals in there. And then United States, they have 4 gold medals, 11 silver medals, 11 bronze medals, making a total of 26 medals in there. Great Britain, they lie 7th, 4 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and then 3 bronze medals, a total of 12. Italy, 3 gold, 4 silver, 4 bronze, a total of 11. Canada are 9th, 2, so making 6 there. And well, Africa like 12. So South Africa, yes, they are yet to get a silver medal, but they have 1 gold medal and then 2 bronze medals, making it a total of actually 3 medals in there. All right, let me tell you about fencing. So there is a game, if you care to know, there is a game in the Olympics called fencing. Before I bring you transfer rumors and then we get out of here, fencing actually is not about fencing a wall or getting blocks to actually build a fence around a building or a facility or a structure. So fencing is a combat sport that features sword fighting. The 3 disciplines of modern fencing are the foil, the épée, and then the sabre. Now, each discipline uses a different kind of blade, which shares the same name and employs its own rules. Most competitive fencers specialize in one discipline. So you can join us on Facebook and actually have a look at what fencing is actually all about. Yes, fencing is part of the Olympic Games, and I don't know if we have a federation here in Ghana, but then join us on Facebook to actually see what fencing is all about as I bring you what the game. So now most competitive fencers specialize in one discipline. The modern sport gained prominence near the end of the 19th century and is based on the traditional skill set of swordmanship. The Italian school altered the history of European martial arts of classical fencing, and then the French school later refined that system. Now, scoring points in fencing competition is done by making contact with an opponent. In 1904, the 1904 Olympic Games featured a 4th discipline of fencing known as single stick, but it was dropped after that year and is not part of modern fencing. Competitive fencing was one of the first sports to be featured in the Olympics, and along with athletics, cycling, swimming, and then gymnastics, has been featured in every modern Olympics since. Now, here are some rules of fencing. In fencing, a bout consists of a set of numbers of hits or a certain duration, depending on the format of the competition. Now, in direct elimination bouts, the bout is for 15 hits or 9 minutes of effective fencing time, splits into 3 periods of 1 minute break between each period. The timer is paused during stoppages, such as when a hit is scored. So when you're on Facebook now, you see that there is a tiny sword when it touches you, and then a point is actually given to your opponent. So in a team event, each match consists of series of 9. And then sudden death, if the scores are tied at the end of a regulation time, then for a pool bout, the score is recorded as a tie. For a direct elimination bout, a 1 minute sudden death overtime period is fenced, with the priority determined by drawing lots. The first fencer to score a valid hit wins. If no hits are scored during overtime, the fencer with priority wins there. All right, so finally, in team events, each match consists of a series of 9 bouts. Each bout lasts until one fencer scores 5 points or 3 minutes have elapsed. The match continues until one team accumulates 45 points or the time limit is reached. So that is fencing. That is part of the Olympic Games. It is not actually building blocks around or building a fence. It is a sword fight, but this time around, the swords are actually tiny, very, very tiny there. And ending with some transfer rumors, Arsenal are keeping an eye on the situation around Leroy Sané and his new contract talks with Bayern Munich. Borussia Dortmund are close to finalizing a deal with Brighton to sign Pascal Gross. Southampton have signed Japanese midfielder Kruyu Machuki from FC Tokyo. And Mainz winger Anal El Ghazi is in discussions to terminate his contract to pursue a move to Cardiff City. And Ben Berrettini Diaz returns to the Premier League after signing for Southampton. And then Aaron Alsomino has completed his medical with Chelsea today on a 15.6 million euros transfer from Boca Juniors. The 18-year-old is expected to go back to Boca for the rest of the Argentine season before joining the Chelsea squad in December or January. Emil Smith Rowe has arrived in London and would have his full medicals Yes, he had it this morning. And then Bournemouth have confirmed the signing of teenage defender Dean Hodgson from Juventus. Everton have signed centre-back Jack O'Brien from Olympique Lyon. And then, of course, so that would be all for the transfers this morning. My name is Jones Aji. The morning show continues. Don't forget to join us on the game at 1 p.m. and on Star FM and then on GH1 TV.